Liam Neeson's memory is forgettable. Here's my spoiler-free review of Liam Neeson's new movie, Memory. So Memory is an adaptation of a Belgian film entitled Memory of a Killer. This rendition is an action thriller starring Liam Neeson, Monica Bellucci, Guy Pearce, Now, it was directed by Martin Campbell, who directed 2 Bond films, 2 Zorro films, last year's The Protégé, which I liked, and 2017's The Foreigner, which I also liked, forgettable Green Lantern, which nobody liked. So he's got more hits than misses, but he dropped the ball on this one. Now, this film is rated R and has a runtime of 1 hour and 54 minutes. Yep, it's way too long. Liam Neeson plays an aged hitman with early onset Alzheimer's. He's been contracted to kill a teen immigrant before she can implicate key figures in a sex trafficking ring, particularly the son of a powerful land developer. The son not only traffics these immigrant girls, he handpicks them from the border detention center his mother built and leases to Homeland Security. So once Liam Neeson realized that this is an exploited girl, he cancels the hit and refuses to kill her. But his contractor needs her dead. So they put out not only a hit on the girl, but also a hit on Liam Neeson's character. Then he sees on the local news that some other hitman has killed the immigrant girl. He then goes on a rampage to kill all involved and expose them with the hard drives that he lifted off an attorney that he was contracted to kill. Guy Pearce plays an FBI agent who's been investigating this trafficking ring for months with no arrests, and his sting operation is foiled. It ends up bust when Liam beats him to the punch by killing all of the suspects. As Liam's memory deteriorates and the threat over his life becomes imminent, he records important clues on his arm to continue executing his hits. The pacing of this film is excruciatingly slow. Most of the scenes drag on far too long and should have been cut. They should have never made the cut. Other scenes, though, seem to end abruptly and without a score, virtually. It becomes tedious to watch. You're not engaged because there is nothing pulsating to keep your eyes glued to the screen. Now, the acting was subpar, but not necessarily Liam's acting. The characters relied too much on exposition, which obviously was a way to curb costs and is so obvious. The film was confused about whether it wanted to be Taken or Memento. In fact, Guy Pearce was cast because he starred in Memento. That's obvious. And some of the plot points were lifted from Memento and incorporated in this film, but poorly incorporated. A lot of the set pieces seemed recycled. You will definitely feel like you time traveled to the early 2000s when you're watching this film. 3/4 of the first act could have been cut. In fact, the third act was the whole movie. That was the only piece, that was the only section of the film that was engaging. The screenwriter could have taken 10 minutes from the first act and 10 minutes from act 2 and expanded the third act with those set pieces, and the film could have been a clean 90 minutes. You'll probably enjoy the third act if you're still awake after the first 80 minutes. On a grading scale I would give Memory a C. Again, Liam Neeson did a decent job in this film. Guy Pearce was underutilized, which is a shame. There's too much exposition. There's no score. The editing is bad. There's virtually no, this is supposed to be an action thriller. There aren't a lot of action sequences. The screenplay was bad. Is this worth seeing? Maybe streaming. Taken, or the Taken series, you won't get it here. Thank you so much for sticking. Consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing.